Once upon a time in a faraway land, deep in the heart of a dark and gloomy forest, there lived a poor woodcutter and his two children, Hansel and Gretel. The family was so poor that they had very little food to eat. There were cakes and cookies all over the floor and the furniture was made out of candy. In the middle of the room was a table piled high with all kinds of delicious food, including roasted goose, pork, sausages and pies. "Don't cry, Gretel," he said. "If I am eaten, then you must come out and run away." When he saw the dead witch, he asked Gretel what had happened. And that is probably the best ending for anyone who is about to be eaten by a witch. She told him about the horrible witch who had tried to eat them. The man helped her gather all the gold and jewels that the witch had stolen from travelers. Then he took Gretel and led her to an orphanage where she spent the rest of her life in happiness. "But if you are eaten, then I want you to creep under the oven and pull the oven hooks so that it falls on top of the witch and kills her." You can imagine how hungry the children were after eating the gingerbread door. So they started eating everything in sight. Soon, the oven was hot enough and the witch opened the door to check on the children. When she saw that Hansel was well cooked, she took him out and started to eat him. All the while, Hansel kept telling his sister when the right time would be for her to make her move. Finally, when the witch had eaten most of Hansel, she became sleepy. That was when Gretel crept under the oven and pulled the hooks. The oven fell on the witch and crushed her to death. And every day the children had to go into the forest to gather berries and herbs to help their family survive. She was very short and had a hooked nose and a pair of red cheeks that looked like ripe apples. She asked them, "Who has been eating my bread and destroyed the door?" When the children didn't answer, she took them to a large oven in the corner of the room. "You will be baked in this oven," she said. "I will eat you just as you are, little children." Of course, the children started to cry, but the witch put them each in the oven and closed the door. One day while the children were gathering herbs in the forest, they came across a small cottage made entirely out of bread. The walls and roof were made out of bread and the windows and door were made out of gingerbread. The sweet smell of candy wafted through the air and the children couldn't resist. They started eating the gingerbread that made up the door and soon it was completely demolished. As they entered the house, they saw that everything was made out of sweets. Just then, an old woman appeared. Just then, Hansel started speaking. He told his sister not to worry because he would protect her. After hearing Hansel's plan, Gretel felt much better. Now she wasn't scared at all. Then Gretel ran to the window and called for help. A man heard her cries and came running. As for Hansel, well, even though he hadn't gotten to finish his life, he did get to be eaten by a very nice lady. The end.